name is Marie Antoinette Evidente, or you can call me Tony. That's my nickname. I'm staying here in Vancouver, BC. Dumating ako here nung summer ng 2018. So ngayon na 2024 na, I've been here for 6 years. Nag-start yung nursing journey ko 2007. So I've been an ICU nurse sa Cardinal Santos sa Philippines for about 3 years. Tapos I moved to Singapore to work. Nagstay ako doon for 6 years. I got here in 2018. Tapos I had to wait kasi ang haba nung wait list for the bridging program. Kailangan kasi you have to go through that para maging nurse dito. Tapos nakapasok ako during pandemic time. I took a year kasi usually a year yung bridging program. Nakapasok ako finally as nurse sa Richmond Hospital here noong 2022 as telemetry nurse this time. Pero I'm planning to advance my studies kasi kailangan ulit ng specialization dito for about 3 months, 6 months, depende sa course mo. But I wanted to do ICU, so it takes 6 months. I have to study again para maging ICU nurse dito. So, pumasok ako here as PR through the Federal Skilled Worker Program. Isa ako sa mga last batch na yon. Ngayon kasi express entry na yung program. So, ang ginagawa doon is papasok ka here as PR, tapos maghahanap ka na lang ng work. Kung kahit anong work, syempre basta makakuha ka lang. However, ako noon from Singapore, kasi ako noon I was still working. Once na nakuha mo yung PR mo, within that year I have to go here na kasi kailangan naka-land ka na lang sa Canada. Pero since I was still working in Singapore noon, minaximize ko pa. So, every 5 years, kailangan mo i-renew yung PR mo if you don't wanna go to citizenship. So, puro PR ka lang. Basta every 5 years. So, dapat, para ma-keep mo pa yung PR, is dapat 3 out of 5 years, nandito ka physically sa Canada. So, ang ginawa ko noon, nung nag-land ako here, bumalik ako, tapos nung malapit na kasi mag 2 years, I had to come back here and then spend another 3 years para lang ma-renew ko yung PR ko. Ngayon, citizen na ako. After nung, of course, I had to renew my PR kasi anong date na nun. Ang haba kasi ng proseso para maging citizen dito, parang 1 year wait din. So, right now, since it's my 6th year na dito sa Canada, Canadian na ako. I had my citizenship a year ago. Nung time nung nasa Philippines pa ako, halos lahat actually was either leaving for Middle East or the Europe, which is basically UK. Yung iba nag-Singapore. So actually na-FOMO lang ako. So pumunta ako ng Singapore. Pero nung time na yon, we were looking into something na faster. Kasi if you wanna go for US, ang tagal ng wait time. May nagsabi sa akin, one of my patients actually, na meron daw siyang kakilalang Canadian immigration lawyer dito kasi they have a property din nun dito eh. Tapos yun daw yung nag-aasikaso ng stuff for him. So nirefer ako doon. So through her, inasikaso ko. Kasi ever since na I got into nursing, laging yun yung end ko. Makapunta ako sa isang western country to go abroad in short. Yeah. So Canada yung pinili ko just for that purpose. But then again, different na ngayon. Right now, syempre, I'm just happy na talagang ginaid ako dun na higher power na makapunta dito sa Canada kasi ang daming benefits. It's so beautiful here talaga. I got here through the services of an immigration lawyer. Ni-refer nga sa akin ng patient ko noon, client ko. She's both a lawyer sa Philippines siya here. Hence, it's easier for her to ano. So, hindi siya agency, hindi siya malaki. Meron lang siyang a few people who works under her. Pero that's it. If you like to avail of her services, ang pangalan is Attorney Wendy Lim. Wala kasi siyang website or anything. And lahat ng mga ni-refer ko for her or sa kanya is by word of mouth din. So, there's nothing that I can show, no website or anything. I had to pay, syempre, a certain amount, lawyer fees, of course. In USD, siguro para mga 5K USD, baka mga 500,000 pesos. Parang ganun siya yung last time I don't know na kung magkano yung fees niya ngayon. Pero she will do everything for you. Lahat na. Since lawyer siya, she will do all those notarization, kung may kailangan na red tape, ganun siya na bahala, basta bayaran mo lang siya, syempre. May kasama na kasi sa fees yung mga stationery and stuff, parang ganun. So, yun. Basically, bibigyan ka naman niya ng breakdown, tas I had to give it parang in gives, parang 3 gives. Syempre at the beginning, in the middle, and of course, kapag she's about to release yung mismong PR, syempre. So, tapos, usually, success rate niya, I think almost 100. I think namimili tayo kasi siya ng case. If she feels like yung case mo is difficult to take, baka hindi ka niya rin una, I don't know. Basta, may consultation fee siya. Last time, nagpa-pay siya ng 3,000 for an hour just to, consult for her if she okay ka na maging client niya. But usually, yan yung promise niya. Almost 100% rate. If I'm not mistaken, baka 100% rate pa nga siya for the immigrants that she helped. Definitely, napansin ko, very Western here kasi I came from Philippines and Singapore, Asian countries sila, and then here, Western country. So, very different siya in that sense. Tapos, Vancouver itself, or maybe Canada din, very laid back yung lifestyle dito. Talagang they give emphasis on work-life balance, and then nag-focus din sila dito sa family. So, nung nasa Singapore kasi ako noon, I was really stressed because I think yung work culture talaga ng Asians is like work hard talaga and i-squeeze out nila lahat ng pwede nilang magawa kasi work visa lang ako noon eh. So, like I said, I was just going through the motions, stepping stone ko lang siya, and pagpunta ko nun Canada is my end point. So na yun, ang feels ko na is to settle down and like all people in a new environment. Na-experience ko din to sa Singapore. Na homesick din ako, of course, pero at least Singapore was just 3 hours away from Philippines. Ito, medyo malayo. So, I had to make do. And good thing, of course, I met new people which now have become my family. Overall, I feel like yung mental health ko dito has been more taken care of, I guess. Kasi hindi ka na puro work dito kasi nga very laid back. Lalo na dito sa BC wherein you're just 30 minutes away from a mountain, a lake, a beach na alam mo yan, can give you release from stress, and talagang they encourage healthy lifestyle talaga dito. You can see with the food din na here. Siguro kasi before I was also younger, so iba din yung decisions ko noon. Pero since medyo mas laid back dito, less materialistic, I guess. Although, it's a little expensive pa rin here. Pero overall, I feel like I'm finally happier with life. Well, of course, like katulad nung sa Singapore, I got a little homesick din, pero at least I had family and friends, and I also found love then here. At least I had somebody to share it with. Like I said, ito na kasi yung time ko na gusto ko na mag-settle. So, at least I have somebody to spend it with, yung beautiful places dito. Ang next main challenge ko was becoming a nurse. It really took a long time to get there kasi there were a few requirements. Marami pang series of tests. English test was part of it. And yung requirements, of course, na kailangan mong kulitin sa mga sa Pilipinas o sa Singapore na may certain time limit lang din kasi na kailangan makuha mo na yun. So yun yung mga isang challenges. I had to always call my family and say, kailan mo ba gagawin to or i-follow up mo to kasi hindi naman ako makatawag sa Philippines kasi it will cost me then kasi I don't have like a phone or a line that I can call directly sa Pilipinas. You have to buy this card or something pa. So it's cheaper kung syempre ipataan mo sa family members plus if family members din kasi yung kukuha yun. Tapos aside from that, yung English test na hirapan ako kasi may certain requirement lang sila yung grade na kailangan hindi ko siya ma-meet. So I had to retake it a few times. Medyo nawalan na ako ng pag-asa pero eto, I'm already here. Next challenge ko was how to pay for stuff here kasi parang wala kang choice kundi magkautang talaga dito, magka-credit card. You really have to loan. Parang hindi ma-encourage pero the lifestyle entails na you have to loan something to get something in return. Especially bigger stuff like house or minsan car pa nga nilo-loan. Everything here may option na i-loan kung totoo. Kahit yung mga maliliit na bagay na mabibili mo sa Amazon, may ganun silang option na pwede kang mag-loan or you can pay in parts. Or that's what they call financing. You feel like kaya mo, pero then again, mababaot ka talaga sa utang. And I feel like lahat ng tao dito may utang at some point talaga. I've always been a person kasi mabilis naman makisama. So, different cultures din kasi dito. Syempre, they're accepting many immigrants. So, okay naman ang pakikipag-usap or pakikisama ko sa ibang people so far. Okay naman ako when it comes to like meeting new people and everything. Plus, dito kasi parang they encourage you to do whatever you want as long as you don't break the law. I feel like talagang yung saying na mababait yung Canadians is so true. Yun talaga yung na-feel ko pagdating ko here. Para everybody was welcoming, especially dun sa mga smaller towns. Ayan, mas mababait sila. Pero, syempre, less different cultures when you go there. Pero okay lang naman. They're still very friendly. Napansin ko din, they actually don't care whatever it is that you do. Na kahit na you dress or you look weird, they won't really discriminate. Even sa scent though, actually napansin ko, they prefer actually scent-free here. Very natural din sila in that way. They would encourage you healthy stuff. Siguro kaya ayaw nila ng mga perfumes or anything na may scents kasi they want some natural or lighter ingredients on the skin kasi nga it's healthier. Plus yung lifestyle here kasi they encourage you to spend the day outside, so maraming outdoor activities like hiking and stuff to really enjoy the nature, which is yun yung pinupost ni British Columbia, which is yung marami silang mountains, lakes and na pwede mo i-enjoy here, basically nature. Since sila dito bibigay ng focus sa families, marami ding family fun stuff. I think I'm not saying that it's the downside, pero compared to like bigger cities like Toronto or obviously New York, ganon, wala masyadong nightlife dito. Meron, pero not that much daw. Mas madami daw somewhere else. Pero in other places here in BC, Vancouver actually has a lot. Marami ding kinds of food. Hindi mo nga ma-miss yung food mo sa country mo kasi there are a lot of Filipino restaurants here, and for other cultures then there's also a lot. They encourage here respect din sa ibang cultures and sa mga ibang religions kasi nga diverse dito. So parang they will respect or give space sa mga different kinds of culture. So kung gusto mo mag-protest for your country or whatever, you can also do that. Just get a license, parang ganon. They give focus on equality, hence kapag yung mga gay dito, yun din yung isa pang nagustuhan ko here sa Canada. They don't really discriminate, and then they allow same-sex marriages here, which hindi mo siya magawa obviously in Philippines and then probably in other Asian countries. Everything's more open than here. They try to create an environment na everything is safe, na parang you can tell what you want about life and about yourself ng no judgments. And in general, being here in Canada and seeing yung mga Canadians na ganito yung ugali nila made me feel more happier in life kasi parang less judgments, talagang they give emphasis to mental health, kaya parang I feel like people who live here have a in a way calm state of mind or feel more safe as compared syempre sa third world countries na maraming nakawan or murder or kung ano namang crime. Yeah. Una, ang advice ko is kung gusto mo talaga pumunta dito, kahit anong hirap gawin mo, kasi kahit madali o mahirap, kung para sa'yo talaga eh. So another is pray, syempre. What you ask, syempre, will be given to you. Kung ano dapat yung para sa'yo. Ask people din, mas lalo na yung mga nakapunta na dito or kung may friend kayo dito. Baka kasi yung processing, how to get here, obviously has to be through legal channels. So agencies or alam mo yun, lawyers or marriages, I don't know, mga ganon. Pero when you get here kasi it's also difficult. Syempre, you're going to start from scratch. So, important talaga na meron kang support system. At least somebody to at least help you show your way around. Like, this is how you ride the bus or how you pay for your bills. So, ito yung groceries dito, parang ganon. Kasi ganon yung na-experience ko eh. Simple as riding a bus, hindi ko alam na dapat sa harap ka pala dumadaan, sa likod ako dumadaan, pinagalitan pa ako na driver nun. Money wise, mas maganda sana na meron kang ipon, syempre like moving in other country, kasi pagdating mo dito you'll never know like how soon ka magkakaroon ng job, so you need to have enough money talaga to support you. And kapag may stable job ka na, it's better syempre to ask, masalo na sa mga financial advisors, kasi at one point talaga you'll create some debt, pero it's dadating yung point kasi na you can still pay for that debt, especially if you're working, kasi it's really part of the lifestyle here na magkakaroon ka na. If you can na wala kang debt, good, pero usually you have to loan or something dito. The reason why na parang it's advisable din na meron kang mga at least loan or utang, kasi it also is a means to mag-build ng credit score, kasi kung maganda yung credit score mo, yun din yung mas maganda din yung chances na mabibigyan ka ng bigger and better loans, especially yung mga big stuff like mortgage or minsan cars, or kung you have more money to spare, kung gusto mo pa ng trailer or boat, diba, ganon, diba? Kung gusto mo mangarap, diba? Kasi maraming body of water dito eh. So you'll see a lot of people talaga here investing when it comes to traveling. Another is yung state of mind. Siyempre, since lilipat ka sa ibang country and you're starting from scratch, kailangan nasa utak mo talaga na I'll have to start from the bottom. I know na parang galing ka na somewhere else na mas mataas na yung position or you had more money, everything was more stable, no? Tapos lilipat ka here, so magiging, something new, and you really have to challenge yourself. So siguro tataglan talaga ng loob. There are times parang feeling mo if this is worth it, pero I'm telling you it's worth it, kasi unang-una ang binopost ni Canada is yung healthcare system. Marami ditong nagkakasakit, and then everything is for free, like open heart surgeries, cancer medications, you'll get it for free as long as citizen ka na here. Syempre, actually kahit PR nga, makuha mo na rin siya eh. So, alam mo, worth it na pumunta talaga dito. So, another, as a nurse, if nanggaling ka sa country na sobrang stressful, and of course, lesser pay, mas maganda nang pumunta ka here. Kasi, apparently, yung nurse-patient ratio dito is good as compared to sa ibang countries. US, I believe, pays higher, pero I think yung stress is higher din, kasama din siya doon. Tapos, yun nga, like I mentioned, depende sa governing body, they will pay for your advancement in education, or if you wanted to become a manager, kasi you have to go to school and do business at yata yan. They will encourage you and support you with that. As well as kapag nagkasakit ka, aside from the community, syempre, i-cover ka syempre ng Canadian Health, alam mo yun? And as a healthcare worker, marami ka ding benefits that way. Mas maganda yung insurance na makukuha mo as compared with other jobs. Mostly, dadating yung point na parang extended health, which is dental or medications or kung ano man mga in-between na like kung kailangan mo ng CPAP machine or mga ganong bagay, baka maging free pa siya eh. May mga ganong instances. So, I think becoming a nurse here sa Canada, mas mataas yung you'll reap the benefits naman. Oo, mahihirapan ka pero ang ganda naman ng benefits after. So, for those na who want to move here, I'm telling you, the benefits outweighs the negative ones. So, come to Canada, and Canada would love to have you.